Hi everyone, I'm Claudia. Welcome to Bending Board Beginner Core. We'll be using the bending board for all of the exercises today. I'll be doing the exercises wearing my shoes, but if you'd like, you can always use sliders for this workout or just wear your socks. If you do that, I recommend taking your mat and turning it the other way. So as you're doing some of these exercises, your feet or the sliders don't catch on the edge of the mat as we go. We'll be using the board in a number of different ways today. And through all of the exercises, I will provide modifications if you need them. Over time, hopefully you can implement those modifications to make those exercises more challenging as you feel stronger. Let's get started. We're going to start with the mountain climber series. We're going to start in a plank pose. Important in the plank, you want to make sure your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all aligned, and you don't want to let your wrists kind of hang in. You want to keep them strong and straight up and down. Also, when you're plank, you want to keep your core strong, your stomach and your back, all of these muscles going around, and you want to keep everything flat. You don't want to pitch your tent, and you don't want to sink in. So keep everything strong to protect that back. We'll be doing a series of different exercises, and as we have modifications to increase the challenge level, I'll let you know, and you can implement those as we go. So for the first one, we're going to start with just a very simple, slow mountain climber. We're going to start with bringing our right leg in and step in, and bring it back, and then the left. Keep those core muscles tight and feel them engaging and bringing your knee in, as opposed to your leg muscles bringing those legs in. That was 4. We're going to sit down, take a little break, and we're going to do several sets as to build up our strength gently and over time. Let's go to our second set. We're going to bring it in for 1 and 2. Do your right foot again and left. Keep that posture strong, keep your arms strong and your core strong through all of these reps. And last one. Take it the right. We're using those core muscles to bring the leg in. And last one. And down. Great job. For the next series, we'll be doing a modification on mountain climber. Instead of stepping straight in, we're going to step to the outside of the board. And we'll start with 1 and back, keeping those arms strong. And the third. And last one. And down. For those of you who want to increase the challenge of this workout or of this move, you can slide instead of stepping. So we'll come back and start again with the right leg and left. Keep that core strong, and right and left. At the end of each of those sets, you want to really engage that core before you sit down and release out of that plank. Last one. And up. And again, if you really want to increase the difficulty, you can slide one leg out, and as you're coming in, start to slide the other one out and do more of a dynamic move. And that's it. The last set that we'll do is going to be crossing across the front of the board instead of going to the outside. So come on back into plank, and you're going to take your right foot, you're going to step across for 1 and 2, keeping your back flat. You don't want to twist your core while you're doing this movement. And 4, and sit down. Again, for those of you using sliders or socks, you can move one and then move the other and have a more dynamic movement as you go. We'll go again. Go 1. Keeping that core strong, keeping those arms straight and strong. Hold that plank, and down, and then one last one. and left. 2 more. And down. Great job. That wraps up our mountain climber series. The next thing we're gonna do is sit down on your mat. You're gonna pick up your board and we're gonna do some seated roll downs. This is a very Pilates inspired move. We're gonna scoop your abs and sit a little bit further back on your hips. You'll hold the board out front of you and we're gonna just do a short roll down and then come back up. So keep everything, you don't want your back straight, you wanna be curved and strong. If you have any issues with your lower back, grab a ball and set it behind you to help to protect it. And we're gonna start with rolling back slowly and hold and come back up. And we're gonna roll back again and back up. We'll do 2 more. And hold and up. And last one. And up. Again, if you feel any discomfort in your back, put something behind you to help to support your lower back so you don't strain your lower back while you're doing this exercise. For the next set, if you would like to make it more challenging, you can raise your legs up into a boat pose, either with 1 leg or with 2 legs. Let's try with 1 leg. We'll roll back and up. And slowly, the slower you go, the harder it is. And again. And last one. You should feel all of the muscles in your core working with that one. For the last one, I'm going to raise 1 other leg, but if you'd like to raise both into a full boat or in a teaser, you can do that modification as well. Board up, and let's roll back. And up. And 2. And 2 more. Roll back a little farther if you can. And back up. And sit up. Great job. For the next one, we're going to do a series holding onto the board from behind. We'll be going into, you'll want to grab the board here. Again, don't let your wrists cave in. You want to keep them strong. And we're going to go into a tabletop movement. You want to make sure your feet are a little closer in, hip width apart, but no further than that. And want to make sure they're not too far out so you can get a nice strong lift as we go up. We're going to do 4 tabletops, starting with the first one here. Just hold. You want to feel that full core engage in your back muscles lifting you up and down. We're going to do 3 more. Here we go. And down. 2 more. And last one. Great. For this one, I do have a few modification options to make it a little more challenging if you'd like. For the first one, we're going to come up, but if you'd like to do a hip dip in between instead of coming all the way down, you can do that. So we're going to come up. And then instead of coming down, we're just going to do a dip and up and a dip and up and down. And then for our last set, what we'll do is alternate lifting our knees as we dip down. So we're going to go up. If that's too challenging, just lift and lower. So we'll do this for 1, this for 2, and last one. Lift those hips up, really get a good strong hold, and then come down. We're going to bring the board back around to the front, and for this section, we're going to do one of my favorite exercises, which is called Beast. For this one, we're going to start in a modified Beast with the option of going into a full extension. You want your arms, again, wrists strong, arms strong and straight on your board handles. You're gonna bring your feet in a little bit more. You're gonna go like we're kneeling, except just lift those knees off the ground. This fully engages these core muscles here. What we'll do for our beginner one, your feet are not too far apart. They're pretty close together, not touching, but close together. What we're gonna do is we're gonna twist to the side and come back. You should feel that everywhere in your core. And 2. We'll do 2 more. Just getting that nice twist and down. That should feel really good. You should feel everything firing with that very small movement. For the next one, for a modification, if that was enough, stick with what we just did. If you can do more, we're going to come down, but extend your leg. And back, and down, and back. 2 more. And back. And back. Great job. We're going to go back to a plank position now. And for this one, we're going to stay in a long plank. And we're going to take our feet out to the side. This is another one where if you're using sliders or socks, you need to move your mat so you're not catching on the edge of your mat. So we're going to take our foot out to the side and back and alternate. We'll go with our right leg. We'll go 1, and then your left leg out. Keep your core engaged and keep your wrists strong. And down. Again, you can slide instead of step if you are using sliders or socks. Let's do that one again. Now this one, if that was too easy, instead of going to the side, you can swing and extend all the way out and back, and 2. 2 more, and last one. Great. The last exercise we're gonna do is a side plank. This is another one where I'll have a modification, but stick with the original exercise if that's enough. You're gonna sit on your hip, have one hand on the board. This leg, bottom leg, is gonna be folded just like this. Your other leg over the top. We're just gonna sit, you're gonna be a little bit farther away from your board. You're not right up next to it. Take your arm here, and we're gonna lift those legs and straighten them and lift our core, activating all those obliques. And come down. Let's do another. And lift up. And down. Make sure your arm is strong. Your wrist is straight and strong. And let's do one more on the side. Really lift those hips. You don't want to sink down. You'll feel everything working to lift the side of your body up. Let's go to the other side. I'll move my board. You don't have to at home. Come over here, hand on the board, other hand on your knee, your bottom leg bent, and ready to extend those legs up. And we'll come down. Let's do it again. Lifting those hips, feeling strong and engaged all through your body. Let's do 2 more. And we're going up and down, and then our last one. Great job. We're gonna do 2 more on each side. This one, adding a twist. For those of you who have done a lot of yoga, you're very familiar with this. If you don't feel comfortable with the move, or if you feel off balance, stick with the original lift. But if you do, make sure you're engaging that core to maintain your balance and control. We're gonna lift up, and we'll come down and tuck and scoop those abs, and come back, and then back and lift. If you wanna throw in another little stretch there, and down. Let's do one of those on the other side. Same start. We're gonna come up. If this is enough, you can stay here. But if you're feeling strong, we're gonna scoop and engage. Keep that balance. I almost lost mine there. And then we'll go back and just lift up, feel strong. Stretch over. And that's it. You made it. I'm really glad you were able to join me today for Beginner Core. We'll have more workouts coming soon. Thanks for being a part of our Bending Board community, and we'll see you next time.